What is your risk number? A risk number is simply a risk assessment to help determine your risk capacity and risk tolerance associated with financial investments. Simply. Historically, what the industry did was a series of questions, a questionnaire that would ask, a question like, if the market went up, what would you do? And a whole variety of questions. And the objective was to determine a ratio of what percent of your asset allocation, of what percent in equities versus in bonds. And some of the companies that were famous for doing this were Phenometrica, who developed quite a scientific process behind it. Vanguard is famous for their risk tolerance questionnaire. You ask a series of questions, and then you assign numbers to those. You weigh the numbers, and that becomes your risk allocation, risk tolerance. What this firm called Riskalyze that did, they started the company in 2011 and basically turned the industry on its head. They assigned a number between 1 and 99, whereas 99 is kind of like a speed limit sign. It's white with a bracket around it. 99 would be a very risk tolerant. Maybe invest in one individual stock overseas, and 1 would be very risk conservative, maybe all in cash. So everybody has their own score in between 1 and 99, and it's a great tool to help advisors determine objectively what a client's risk capacity and tolerance is. It's not the final answer, but it's a great start, right? Working together with the advisor is ultimately the best answer. So from a technical perspective, what Riskalyze did is they created the risk number, and then they applied it instead of to a series of questions. What they did is they gathered the market historical data and projected for the next 6 months. You'll have a 95% confidence level of being in between an upper or lower bracket, kind of like a football bracket. And if it's within this bracket, it's going to be normal volatility. So then they would ask a question like, within the next 6 months, if you had in your investment portfolio X amount of money and it raised or lowered this amount, would you buy more or sell or do nothing? And through a series of good, better, best questions like this, they kind of triangulated on a number that you would be, where if you lost that amount of money, you would get out of the market, or you'd be totally happy, or you would invest more. So once they narrowed that down to that point, they were able to say, okay, well, maybe you're a 75. 75 is about the S&P 500, by the way. So that is what Riskalyze has done, is they've added an objective scale to this and got their processes patented, and we use it on a regular basis to help clients understand what the risk score is, the risk capacity, the risk tolerance, but also it's a great way to do a stress test to see if the market were to replay a 2008 or a 9/11, what happens to your existing portfolio? How much will it decline? And that's a normal volatility, or maybe that's part of this outside the 95% confidence level. So anyway, risk assessments have really improved over the years. Instead of a series of questions, it has migrated, at least in Riskalyze question, to a risk number based upon individual clients' willingness to sustain volatility either up or down. So what is your risk number? Right? Riskalyze has done a great job in doing this, and it helps advisors align a group of clients with various different investment portfolios to understand what their risk tolerance is, and provides us with some objective balance in this. It is an art, so there is no right answer or wrong answer, but this is a tool that helps us move in the right direction. Anyway, so what is your risk number? Everybody has a unique one. You can go to my website and find out what yours is at no cost. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for watching.